Amidst those protesters is where I would be right now, had I not chosen to leave. Beginning of March. The world is watching China and, of all places, my home country, Italy, fight the invisible enemy, COVID-19. I left New York on March 21st. Destination? Not Brussels, where I had come from, but Rome, and then Venice, and then Gorizia, where I was born, the eternal return-to place. I was so proud to have obtained a Fulbright Schumann grant. I was so ready for America. I was only bound to stay in the US for 6 months, but mentally, and judging from my suitcase, it was a new beginning, chapter closed, new life, wherever the road takes me. America, show me something. America, what are you about? Before settling down in Stony Brook, New York, to carry out some good work with the best supervisor, mentor, colleague ever, Margaret Shadell of the music department at Stony Brook University, I traveled some. Indiana, Illinois, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, California. Has the ride been worth it? Oh my God, yes. Has it been smooth and problem-free? Oh my God, no. But it doesn't matter. Matched against the gain, any problem is small and forgettable. But I couldn't tell you how great it's been, how amazing the program is, ignoring what is going on right now. It doesn't make it go away, but things are not all great right now. To tell you how much fun I've had in the States, passing into silence the pain and horror of the riots and protests, would display my ultimate privilege, the privilege to ignore. I can't ignore what's going on in the United States right now. Its instability spreading worldwide. I left for fear that the pandemic would get worse before it hit America. I wasn't sure it was the right thing to do. I wasn't happy to go. I developed a sense of belonging. Whatever was about to strike, we were going to face it together. I didn't just absorb some of the American rhetoric we rest of the world find corny sometimes. I made it my own. We are stronger together. We are going to see this through because we are tough. We are in this together. New Yorkers are the toughest of all. How can you shut down Manhattan? It was unthinkable. I confess I thought America would be spared by the pandemic. For the time it had to prepare, for the civic duty and respectful behavior I had experienced after the early social distancing orders. I thought, it's not gonna happen here. But a week after my reluctant repatriation, I saw pictures of a camp hospital in Central Park. I have seen the representatives of power deliver more and more confusing messages, fighting for resources, acting in a stereotypically American way and in a very anti-American way all at once. Individualism and the sense of community. It just became worse day after day. I was disappointed, heartbroken, and worried for my beloved friends from the West Coast to the East Coast. Fast forward, the pandemic is not the main news of the day. Protests against police brutality and institutionalized racism make headlines across the US and around the world, with emulations in European capitals. Full emulation. The slogan, the cause, the same banners, the same looting. I couldn't wait for this to be over to tell you about my Fulbright experience, but I couldn't tell you how great it's all been either, which I would have, because it has been, maybe with some funny anecdote for a laugh. We'll keep the laughter for later. I'm not going anywhere. Once a Fulbrighter for life. these programs have a transformational effect on people, said Rick Ruth, Senior Advisor at the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs at the U.S. Department of State, when I interviewed him on my podcast Technoculture at the end of 2019. You bet they do, Rick. They transform people. Thank you to you and to the Fulbright Schumann team in Brussels. Thank you, Margaret Shadell at Stony Brook University. Thank you to all my dear friends across America. Thank you, New York. And thank you, Senator Fulbright.